Jim Gordon had it all: an incredible talent as a drummer, and a career playing on some of the biggest albums in rock history. From the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds to Eric Clapton's Layla, Gordon's skills were second to none. But lurking beneath the surface was a darkness that would eventually consume him. Even from a young age, Gordon seemed different. He heard voices that no one else could hear and had trouble separating reality from fantasy at times. His mother Osa grew concerned, but Jim dismissed her worries. He was just an eccentric musical genius, he told himself. As he became an in-demand session player in the 1960s Los Angeles music scene, the voices intensified. They berated him, criticized his playing, and told him to give it all up. Only when he was immersed in drumming could he escape the torment in his mind. Coworkers noticed his strange behavior, the hallucinations, the paranoia, the sudden outbursts of anger. But in that era of rampant drug use, most wrote it off as just another rock star indulgence. The truth was, Gordon was suffering from undiagnosed schizophrenia and slipping deeper into psychosis. He began seeing psychiatrists in 1975, but often lied about the severity of the delusional voices pushing him towards violence. Medications provided little relief. In the early 80s, one voice took on the resemblance of his own mother Osa. It berated him, tortured him, and eventually convinced Jim that she was the source of all his anguish. He had to kill her to finally be free. On June 3, 1983, Gordon snapped. He showed up at his mom's house with a hammer and knife, bludgeoning the 71-year-old, and then fatally stabbing her. Covered in Osa's blood, he calmly went to a restaurant before turning himself in to police. "I killed her, but she was torturing me," he said, showing no remorse for ending the life of the woman who gave him life. Only after the horrific Matricide did doctors finally diagnose the 38-year-old with schizophrenia. Gordon's mind had transported him to a delusional realm where murdering his own mother was justified. He was sentenced to 16 years to life, still haunted by the voices that drove him to commit such an unthinkable crime. Jim Gordon's tragic downward spiral laid bare the consequences of untreated mental illness. A genius musician brought down from the heights of musical brilliance into the abyss of homicidal madness. His is a chilling story of how the human mind can break from reality when psychosis takes hold without proper treatment and care.